Nano technology. This is the one of the mechanical web system. And mechanical web system, it is a needle punching technique. The needle punching technique is a very useful of the fabric to produce the nano events. It is very high quality in the machinery and make up the high technology and high productive fabric to introducing by using the adhesives and adhesive bondings and chemical bondings and thermal bondings. Also the needle punching technique will be applied of the last stage of the bondings. Principles of the production of needle fabrics. The principle of the production of the needle fabric consists is an interbinding of the basic fibrous layer with fiber strands. Interbinding fibers are either perpendicular, inclined to the web plane. The web being considered a three-dimensional system, mostly surface oriental fabrics. It means the principle of needle fabrics is interbinding of fibrous layers means the two attached fibers by the perpendicular action. One is horizontal and one is vertical fiber strands. It will be inclined by the web planes because in web planes means by using the web laying systems different techniques we are first of all discontinuous web laying systems, continuous web laying systems, and this type of techniques also we use for the needle punching of needle fabrics. And this dimension stability systems is also very high and surface is also very high. And this interbinding mechanism, the interbinding mechanism is achieved by means of a system of bonded needles which while penetrating the web to and fro can seize a fiber strand and pull it through a web layer. Here the interbinding is achieved by means of system means the needles only. By the needles only the web laying system will be occurred by the manufacturing technique in the needle punching. By the to and fro motion only the fibers are totally attached to the fiber to fiber by sides. The main function of needle punching is shown in the figure. In this you will see there is a parts of needle punching. Needles are there A, B, C, D. In this needles are by the edge of the nib of the needles only the needle punching technique will be appears. The needle punching is here. This is the conveyor belt E. From this the fibers are passing through the conveyor belts, and by that conveyor belts the needle punching A is called as a needle machinery. In this needle machinery the needles are fitted into the top of the edge of the needle punching machine. By the to and fro motion only the fibers are totally moves forward to the laying of this type of D laying system. After that the withdrawal papers are taking of the railroad. The basic arrangement of the main functional parts of the needles punching machine or needling loom is illustrated. It shows that the action of the needle bar felting loose fibers into a non-woven fabrics. First of all, you see that the main function of the parts of the needles is needle punching machine looms are illustrated. The above function is bar felting loose fibers or penetrating. In these figures, the needle bar or needle board and needle baits, needle stripping grids and supporting grids and feed conveyors and draft systems, transferred webs and delivered needed fabrics. Here the needles are arranged perpendicular to the web. If the rows of the needles of the upper needle pattern are also staggered, that 2.5 centimeters or 1 inch of the web, there are 40 punches and the web is advanced of 1/20th of an inch between each successive penetration of the pattern. Movement of the web entirely through the pattern will result 80 punches per square inch by the top pattern. Methods of needle bonding. There are various methods of needle bonding. Number 1, interlacing and interloping using curved felting needles. Using knife edges needles. There are three various types. And in this three types of needles, the rows of needles by upper needles so staggered that are 2.5 centimeters. There are 40 punches and web is advanced. in these curved felting needles, and knife edges will be 25 to 80 punches per square inch by the top on patterns. By this way, the needle punches illustrates this figure. The A is pins are attached to the stipper, and the needle set stippers by the to and fro perpendicular motion only. The fibers are uh, totally across the veiling web point of the systems and makes the web formation of the fabric by the needle punching system. It is the mechanical type of system. In this mechanical type of the needle punching technique is a very good technique to produce a non-woven fabric with low cost and high usable for the middle class purpose and medical use. Also, the needle punching technique is the fabrics will be used like bandages, crepe bandages, and different types of bandages are used, and sutures are also used for the operation theaters. Thank you.